Hello, and welcome to Fallout Aotearoa, New Zealand. I just got back from scavenging and dispatching raiders in the wilds of Wellington. It will come to the surprise of no one here that the Vault Tech Corporation put vaults all over New Zealand. As an American, I was pretty surprised to wander out of one on Mount Victoria, but here we are. If you hear some sounds while we're doing this video, it's the cicadas outside. It is now cicada season year-round. The radiation has been very kind to them, and they're the size of Volkswagen buses, so be careful out there, people. We're here because a courier made it through and brought us a package. This is an unboxing video. As you can tell, I've already tampered with the tape. And yes, I'm impatient, but it's also because I really like this tape and I want to save it for something. I don't know what I'm going to save it for, but I sort of pre-peeled it a little bit and I slit the box just so that I can preserve the tape because this is really cool. And I'm surprised that it wasn't just like a beacon for porch pirates to come after this because I opened the door. Oh, there we go. I opened the door and there was this box that said Vault-Tec. Very exciting. Okay, so this is here for safekeeping. Let's see what's in this box. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right. It's like a little thing in the top here. Oh, yes. All right. On the floor you go. And opening it up, we already see that this is a Pip-Boy from Vault 33. Vault 33 is the vault that is primarily featured in the Amazon Fallout series. It's the vault that Lucy comes out of, aka Goosey. So this is Goosey's vault that we're gonna look at the Pip-Boy from. That's pretty cool, actually, how that comes out like that. This is going to be the ultimate cat box because the cats love these tiny boxes, so wonderful addition to my living room, that box, I'm sure. All right, here we go. So I have to show you the packaging because this is on point. Am I right? I'm gonna get a little close here. Property of Vault-Tec, Pip-Boy 3000 Mark V. There's 33. Now, PIP stands for Personal Information Processor, and it's standard equipment issued to all vault dwellers. And this is essentially what keeps you alive. Fallout takes place after 2077. The Great War happened in 2077. It was nuclear exchange between the US and China. So this is a retrofuturistic post-apocalyptic society, world, game, show, all of it. But yeah, so this is the Pip-Boy. Let's get this open here. Oh wait, what's on the bottom? Oh, I'm going to show you this. So we can see that this Pip-Boy die-cast metal. Also, it has an LCD monitor, an alarm clock, a radio, authentic wasteland radio broadcasts. Wow, and a whole bunch more. This is definitely a step up from the previous two Pip-Boys that I have here, which I will show you shortly as well in comparison, because I really wanted to do side by side and see like sizes and fit and like just what's changed, which is obviously a lot. Okay, so I'm sliding this up. You can see it's just the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Set that very gently there. There we go. More property of Vault-Tec and what's inside. The operating instructions. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna pull those out. Taking that off, we get a little glimpse in the top here. Let's pull this out gently. Set it over here. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna bend this down just a little bit so you can see what I'm dealing with here. Voila. And inside, we've got cable. And let's start with this piece. Oh, this is the stand. There we go. Beautiful. Very nice. It says Robco in the plastic too. I love that. And then here it is, the Pip-Boy itself. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Look at that. It's got a little, please update. Okay, cool. Looks like a QR code. And just looking at it here, I mean, it's clearly a prop, right? It's got that prop burnished metal, but it looks fantastic. It's got a really nice weight to it. The weight is obviously up here where I'm guessing the computer, the board, the screen, everything is in here. It doesn't look like there's much in the back except this is, I'm guessing, yep. This is going to be where we charge it from. Okay. I just want to pop this open and see. It opens pretty easily. Okay, and this, I know this is memory foam that's inside, which, I mean, compared to the other ones that came before, this is going to feel like it fits like a dream. However, memory foam does have latex in it. So if you are allergic to latex, you want to keep that in mind about this cosplay prop, this costume prop. And also, it comes out. So you can actually remove it and add in something that will not, if you're allergic to it, that will make you not have an allergy attack. Or in my case, most likely because I have these like little noodle arms, and these props are always made for dudes that have like arms, and I don't have those. I don't think it's gonna fit because these never fit me, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just give this a try. I'm gonna take this off. And we're gonna look at that in a second. And let's take off my bracelets. Well, it sounds like some ghouls are chasing people outside. It happens a lot in Wellington. Breaking the new toy. Like, and then we watched the video where she broke it. Okay. Yep, it's loose. Oh, but it feels so nice though, you guys. Look. Oh. Okay. So that said, I just had to try that on. I want to show you really quickly what's going on with the screen here. So we've got this, as you can see. These are the menu items. This also rolls. This also rolls and clicks. This is the radio. There's the little Geiger counter for radiation. And I think that's about it, except for the power button. Oh, no, I think this is the volume knob, I think. All right, let's turn this on and see what happens. Ah, look at that. Okay, it looks like we're on the map screen, and this does not have GPS, so I'm not sure yet quite what this map is, but we shall see. Let's see, we've got, ooh, radio. Okay, radio is cool, and I've been hearing that there are going to be a lot of updates for this as well that are going to give you more music. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. Now, radio was really important in Fallout. It still is really important in Fallout. Obviously, you saw the radio station on the show if you watched the show. But there's a really great website called Fallout.fm, which is basically a Fallout 4 fan site that has two of the radio stations constantly playing, because you have to understand that like the radio in Fallout in the different games, like the big fan base for that. The Fallout 4 game had classical radio, Diamond City, and Radio Freedom. New Vegas also had a lot of fans with its radio stations. Mojave Music, Radio New Vegas. Radio New Vegas was run by Mr. House's AI. And I think that's worth knowing because I'm pretty sure that's going to be important as we get into season 2 of Amazon's Fallout. Also, these are really important. The radio section is for radio distress signals, like NCR distress signals. And these distress signals are what can get you some really amazing side quests. So let's see what else we got, y'all. Right. There's the clock. It looks like, oh yeah, it's set to after the Great War. See the date on the bottom? There's the rad meter. I wonder. Uh-oh, my stats are not looking good. And you can see, oh, this looks really cool. Stats, inventory, data, map, radio. It's the whole, oh, it's just everything that's in the Pip-Boys that's in the game. And it even sounds like it, which is fantastic. So hopefully I can fix my stats shortly. What's this rad meter? Oh, look, it's turning red. I'm in trouble. Oh, this is really, really great. Okay, so what I want to do is figure out how to update it. And I saw that there's a QR code. So what I'm going to do is put it on its stand and show you how that works. So it goes like this, and then this slides into here like this for easy charging. And then I believe it just goes like that. And then we've got our Pip-Boy on a stand. So before I update this beautiful, beautiful thing, I want to do a little comparison with the other Pip-Boys that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and say hi again. Now, Fallout, the game, first came out in 1997, which is like amazing, right? Fallout 2 came out in 1998. Fallout 3 didn't come out until 2008, much, much later. This was followed by New Vegas, which is one of the most loved and beloved games in all of Fallout, probably right next to Fallout 4. I'm a Fallout 4 girl, but I have mad respect for New Vegas and I love New Vegas to pieces. Fallout 76 came out in 2018. And it's, that's Fallout 76 it's an open world where you play Fallout with other players in Appalachia, and it's its own thing as well. Now, you have to understand how beloved these games are and why we love these games. Obviously, because the first game came out in 1997, this is a game with love and lore that spans generations. People's dads have heartfelt memories and moments of playing Fallout and being in Fallout, and you kind of have to wonder why, right? Like, what is it about this first person role-playing game, video game, where you run around on a wasteland, like, shooting irradiated bugs and stuff like that? What's the big deal, right? It's just a run and gun and a shooter and all that stuff, but it is so much more than that. And obviously, I love Fallout, but the thing about Fallout is that Fallout is one of the games that it's about post-apocalyptic life. And we have all grown up under the threat of nuclear war and annihilation at the hands of nation state powers. And so I believe that part of our just human dream of hope is a life beyond that and how we would survive past that. As a horror fan, one of the things I love about Fallout personally too is that it basically gives me something to sort of like try out my survival skills on in a way, right? Like, how would I survive in that wasteland? Another thing that people really, really love about Fallout, where it just doesn't compare to other games, is the story and the storylines. They're complicated. They're intense. They have consequences when you make choices in the games. And it's Fallout games are games that will break your heart completely. The dialogue is incredible. It's snappy. It's fun. The dialogue choices are unusual, but also realistic, and you're not quite sure where they're going to lead you. And your dialogue choices have consequences. Another thing too about Fallout is that it's always been a game that gives the player choices. It's not necessarily a corridor game where you can only go in one direction and you have to keep going forward without any changes, and it always ends the same. It's really hard to play Fallout and play it the exact same way every time. It's almost impossible, actually. Also, just the atmosphere. There's nothing like the atmosphere of the different Fallout games. They are so incredibly immersive and detailed, and there's so much thought put into them. And Fallout also, I think why it becomes so intensely personal for so many people, especially people like us that love playing games, is that you actually can be yourself in the game. It lets you choose how you look It lets you name yourself. It lets you choose how you play and what decisions that you make. But after a while, when you're playing in the game, you feel like you're really living in the game. And it's a way to really feel like you can be your authentic self, at least in one place at one time. And it's a wonderful game. I've had so many incredible experiences. It's been so good for my mental health over the past, oh gosh, I think I started playing with Fallout 4. So at least since 2015, it's been a massive, massive help for my mental health, especially as, we've gone into our current trying times. Um, and it's just, yeah, I don't have enough good things to say about Fallout and why it's important to the people who play it. So that said, I want to show you a couple of the other Pip-Boys that I have here. I'm going to start with this one because this one is from Fallout 76. And I think this is my least favorite, actually. You're like, how'd you get those Pip-Boys? Kind fans and fans of Fallout have sent them to me, so I really appreciate this. Not that I'm not trying to diss it, is what I'm saying. But yeah, this is my most recent before this one. And you can see this is jacked because I could not get this thing to fit me. So when doing cosplay, I had to figure out some different ways to get this thing to latch down onto my arm. It's got holotape stuck in it. The screen isn't doing very great, but it's still pretty cool. Like it still has a lot of really cool details going on in it, if you can see that. And it's just a fabric sleeve, which gets kind of warm. But again, this is still really fun. And I had a lot of fun putting this together. This came as a kit. It came in this beautiful box, which I think is like an old style radiation munitions box. Got a great cover on it. And the interior, our future begins. Look at that. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So let me put this one back. There. And then this one is the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy. And here is the Fallout 4 game that I have in a metal case. PS4. It comes with this, which I think this is like, okay, so these are the crates that you see in the game, in the vaults. So this is a vault crate, and that is just chef's kiss, right? So here's the Pip-Boy operational instructions. This is beautiful. Congratulations. What contents now? I'm just going to let you get a go look at that. And I love this because it takes you through just why the Pip-Boy is essentially the thing that keeps you alive. I mean, and this packaging reminds me too of why I love Fallout, and I think why a lot of other people love Fallout is because the games treat you like an adult. They're like, okay. Anyway, so this Pip-Boy is really cool because it came with something that not a lot of people, I don't think not a lot of people knew this, but here, let me show you that really quickly. And here's the Pip-Boy. It's bulky. It's not as heavy as the 76, but it's way bulkier. Hard plastic. And we've got things. That let's turn. And when you open it up, it's kind of nasty inside. Like it's got this uncomfortable strap. But the cool thing, let me tell you what the cool thing is about this one. If you press here and push down, this opens up and you can put a phone inside of it. And this, it's got buttons where you're supposed to be able to activate your phone. I have never tried it, but it came with these inserts for different kinds of phones at the time, at least. So that's really cool. And I don't think a lot of people know that this came with that as an option. All right, so let's do some comparing of size and feel here. I'm going to take this off the stand. We can see that the screen had a timeout, which is good. And wow, big difference here. Much smaller, around the same weight, but much smaller, much more compact. What about this one? Oh yeah, no question here. This thing is huge. Look at the size difference. This is like having an old school TV or like one of those old iMacs on your arm. Like that's just crazy. Okay, I'm going to update this and we're going to see what happens. Here's the QR code. And this is where everyone is like, ah, and this is when she put malware on her phone. Okay, let's see where it goes. It goes to the company that made this and, ooh, it must be Patch Tuesday, which is the day before Pwn Wednesday. Anyway, upgrade patch. Okay. This upgrade includes CRT turning off effect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, a bunch of cool stuff. Improved radio. Awesome. Ooh, radio is an option for the alarm sound. Oh, so you can use this as an alarm clock and set it to a radio. That's fun. Okay, so I just need to fill this out. And so this is going to send me an email. And then I click in the email for the update. Be right back. Okay, so of course I am unable to upgrade it and unable to patch it. It's having some issues with the port on my Mac laptop, which is not a surprise, because it has to use a USB dongle in order to use the regular USB data cable, which is just such a Mac thing. Anyway, I'm going to do some troubleshooting and figure it out, but I did have some fun figuring some things out in the meantime. I'm on the clock right now. And let's see if I can show you this in a meaningful way here. So this gives you different clock settings. If you go, this gives you different clock settings, which is pretty fun. And then if you go, this little dial up here gives you a whole other menu here, and you can see. And there's reboot, and to reboot, you click it. One. And then let's see. Well, doors are closing. These animations are so fun. I'm not sure what that is yet, but I'm excited to explore it. So we got our rad meter. So external terminal, that is going to be when I'm able to connect it to my computer. As you can see right now, I've got it connected to my laptop through the data cable, but still I can't get the Mac to see it. So I'm going to have to go in and screw around with that as usual. Oh boy. A lot of fun things to look at here. And the flashlight, of course. Oh my God, the flashlight. Everyone knows. Everyone who plays the game knows that the flashlight is just that. It's just a big ass light on your arm and it's all green. It's so great. I love the sounds of this. It really, really sounds like the Pip-Boy in the game. And this is, let's see if I can. Yay, stat improvements. I'm looking forward to see what that's about too. And let me see if I can get to, all right, there's diagnostics. That's going to be fun. Establishing connection. Okay. So let's see. I want to go over to radio and see what we can find here. I think is it this one? Okay, it's radio. Wow. Okay, I need to be careful with that because I don't want any bullshit with YouTube. So what is this?
Video, this is DJ Carl at KPS.
Oh,
Broadcasting
Carl.
from the base of the once beautiful Hollywood Hills.
Oh man, this guy. Jesus. This guy and his Carl. Carl. Oh, Carl, man. I mean, I get it, Carl. Like I do. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a perfect song actually for Fallout. Yeah, I Carl, wow, just hardcore with the strings and the nuance. Yeah, great character. Love him. Anyway, I hope that they give us a lot of like radio options with this in terms of music. I don't know about other players, but I'm someone who's made my own Fallout playlist because I've always felt like things were missing. So I think that would be a really fun thing if at some point we're able to add our own playlists in some way. That would be fantastic because I know I have Fallout inspired songs that aren't on in any of the games or anything like that. And I feel like a lot of musical culture was kind of left out in some ways. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and saying hi to me in the wilds of Wellington. Look out for those cicadas. Look out for the ghouls, except for the hot ones, of course. And once I get this thing patched and running and get to know it better, I'll do another video and we'll have some more fun. Stay safe out there.